Hey guys, it's Amber. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. This isn't going to be my typical kind of haul video. It's going to be along the lines of my Makeup 2014, where I'm not purchasing any makeup for this year unless I actually run out of it and need it. So I'm just sharing with you some of the things that are on my wish list and some of the things that I already have that I'm using to replace those items, so I'm not buying things that I don't need. I think it's just so common and easy when you get into YouTube and just being a girl, just to like want the newest collection, it just came out, or a new palette that just came out, or it's like, it's on sale, this thing that I've wanted, and it's like, oh, it's so cheap, it's only like $3, and how many times I watch videos and they're like, oh, I got every color because it's so affordable. Oh, and I got every color of this because it's so affordable. And then you're just realizing like, oh my gosh, do I need to have all this stuff? So I will be honest, like I really feel like there is that, I wouldn't say like addiction, but there is like this rush and desire that you feel when you get something that you've wanted or something you see, and it like makes you just feel like excited, and you know, it's like that retail therapy feeling. It kind of like fills you up and you're just like, yes, I'm so excited about this. And so when you feel that and after you use the product and you like it, you're excited about it, but then there always comes something new that kind of have to like, you have to go out and grab and you just want to have. And so it's kind of a continual process that's always happening. And you know, I loved e.l.f. products because they're so cheap, and I feel like I could buy a lot and I could do a haul and I could spend like $30 and like have all these new products. And so that was kind of my thing. I liked like inexpensive things, and once in a while I'd splurge on like higher end items. And so far I'm proud to admit that I haven't purchased anything other than for a giveaway for myself. I have gotten new items in my IPSY glam bags, which I already said in the beginning, and I was given a few products. But other than that, I have not bought myself anything, and I'm so proud of myself. And I will admit, there's some things that I've looked at and I'm like, oh my gosh, I really want this product. Like, I need to walk away now because I want to buy it, and I would be buying this otherwise. So today I'm just going to share with you some of those things that I have on my wish list that I really would probably be buying if I wasn't buying, if that makes sense. I do feel like some of these items I probably will eventually purchase, maybe next year when I'm not doing this, or maybe I'll get them for gifts or something for a holiday or for my birthday. But I do think that it's really helped me like look at items and see them and just be like, do I really want this? Like if I still want it a year from now, then I probably really want it, versus if I'm forgetting about it in 2 weeks, then I'm probably glad that I didn't buy it. Okay, so the first one that's on my wish list is the Electric palette. And this is by Urban Decay, and I love colorful shadows. Like I have always been one that has worn a lot of colorful shadows, and until I got all my Naked palettes, I really didn't have a ton of neutral shadows. I wore a lot of brights and stuff. And this one has amazing like bright neons, and it's just like, oh my gosh, this is the palette for me. Like I love my Naked palettes, but it's like, that is me. Like I love bright things, and so it's just like, oh, I so want to buy this palette. Like this minute I saw it, I'm just like, oh, I can't believe I'm not buying this. But I do have another shadow box from Urban Decay, and my 2-year-old got into this, so it's a little messy. But it has all these bright shadows that are really, really pretty, and it has, you know, yellow. I mean, those are really nice bright shadows, and definitely things that I can use to duplicate the looks I'd get from Electric palette. I mean, not exactly, but you know, similar. I also have the shadow palette from Mirabella, and I filled this with a lot of nice brights. And you know, I've got this really nice purple, and I mean, this isn't going to be like electric green that's in there, but I still think that those colors are fun enough that I could definitely make some really fun bright spring looks without purchasing that. And I can still get the feeling of, you know, recreating maybe other people's looks and use some of these colors that I already have. Okay, the next one that I've really been wanting is the Lorac Unzip palette. Now I do have one Lorac palette, but it's a smaller, it's a Stylist palette. But I also have the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette, which this has very similar colors in the fact that it has those rose, golds, pinks, and I know a lot of people have compared the two, so I feel like if I have this, then there's probably not a reason to buy the Lorac Unzipped. I mean, I'm sure there's people that are like, oh, hands down, it's my favorite, I'm glad I bought it and everything. I'm just saying, for me right now, this is obviously going to give me similar looks to the Lorac Unzipped palette. I love cream blushes, and so when I saw the Maybelline Master Glaze blushes, I was like, oh my gosh, I so want to try those. Once again, I did not buy them. I have a lot of cream blushes, and I have these little NYX blush sticks that are going to give me kind of that nice creamy look. They're very pigmented, but they can sheer out really nicely, and I can get a similar look that I would with those blushes. Okay, the next one, this one has been really hard, is the Mirabella lip pencils. Now, Mirabella is sold like in professional beauty supplies, so me as a hairdresser, I can get it 50% off, which is like a crazy good deal. So when I saw this display and swatched these colors, I'm like, oh my goodness, these are gorgeous. This is so hard to walk away because I probably would have purchased, like I know that I would have purchased 2 or 3 of these without a blink of an eye. But I do have my Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stains. I really like these, so I'm gonna be using these instead. So e.l.f. I love e.l.f. products. I mean, not all of them are great, but I love the price, and they've come out with some new things. They had a 50% off studio sale, which I was just like, oh my gosh, 50% off, free shipping, do not buy anything. But they came out with some smudge pots, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, I saw this girl, her name's Beauty by Crystal on Instagram. I think she also has a YouTube channel, and she swatched a bunch of on her arm and was like showing like on the Instagram video, like they did not smudge at all, and I'm like, oh, those colors are gorgeous. They're $2, and I'm like, okay, I really wish I could have these, but once again, it's like, okay, here's a nude, here is a burgundy, here is a bronze, here is a pink, here is a green, here is a blue. Okay, obviously I've got a lot of cream shadows. I think I can get away with not having those. But I definitely think when the time comes for me to put in an e.l.f. order, because I'm sure I will, that once I'm done with this year, that will be something that I'll probably purchase. Another thing from e.l.f. that I really liked is they have a new blush palette, and it's $6, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, those are so pretty. But I'm like, okay, let me look in my drawer. These are all e.l.f. blushes. So obviously I've got plenty of blushes. Are the ones in the palette going to be probably similar to this? Probably. I probably don't need to own that. Okay, next, NYX came out with their butter lipsticks and glosses and things, and on their Instagram, I'm like, oh my gosh, they look so gorgeous. But, you know, I have 5, I used to have 6, but I lost 1, of the Revlon lip butters. And I feel like, you know, butter, it's gonna be kind of a similar look. No, I'm not gonna get the same shades, but I have these, so I should bring these out and use those instead. NYX also brought out some baked blushes this year, and I just thought they looked so gorgeous. But instead, I'm going to my Milani baked blush, and this is in Rose d'Oro. And, you know, it has that pretty marbleized finish to it, and it's a beautiful baked blush. It's a nice peachy coral color for summer, so I'm gonna be using that. And then a couple new brands that I want to try is I got some of this City Color B Matte Blush in my IPSY bag a couple months ago, and I love it. I love it, and I went on their website, everything's cheap. So this is like a site that I would love to go and just buy a ton of stuff from. I'm not going to be doing that now, but I would love to in the future. Also, Makeup Geek. I don't know why I haven't purchased from them, but I would really like to just go on their site, buy a ton of stuff. I know I already have my Mirabella palettes that I filled with a bunch of colors. A lot of Makeup Geek is a lot of bright colors too, but that's a company that I would really like to purchase from in the future. But for now, I'll keep using these. The last one is Too Faced. I don't have anything from Too Faced. And, you know, they've got their new palette, chocolate bar out, and they've got so many other little boxes that are just so cute. But I'm like, I have all 3 naked palettes. I have a lot of other palettes. Do I need anything from Too Faced right now? No. So obviously I'm not buying it. And my battery dead. Gonzo. So anyway, those were all the things that I wish I was buying, but I wasn't buying. So if you guys are doing Makeout 2014, or if you're on a no buy, or you're just trying to limit your purchasing for the next month, go ahead and, you know, write down the things that you want to buy, and then go through and look through your collection and see, what do I already have that can kind of take the place of this? And you'll be surprised, like I was, how many things I already had that were very similar to the products that I wanted to buy. Not that I may not buy some in the future, but it'll probably help eliminate some of those excess purchases, because I already am seeing the things that I have already that I can enjoy right now, that I don't have to spend money on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you